but yeah, so this morning we did Cozy Starfield. We had all those things that people are using to really make their ships and their player homes like their home base. You can do everything you want to do. You can display your stuff that you want, got from doing quests. You can do all your crafting. Everything you want to do, you can do in one place. And we talked about all the different innovations there. So now we're talking about ships. And one of the things you hear people say all the time is, I want more ship parts. I want more of this. And we have the people here that have done those things. So who wants to start? I was one of the things. Hjalmere, do you want to start? Go ahead and talk about where have you come? Why did you start doing shipbuilding? What innovations have you seen, and where do you think the future is for shipbuilding in Starfield?
Let's see, where did I start? A little over a year ago. No, probably 2 years ago at this point, because I think February is going to be the 1 year anniversary of Falklands. So we're about 2 years ago, or shortly after Starfield came out, I was tinkering around. I was doing the console commands, spawning stuff into my ship, using Xedit to make things happen. And then when the creation kit came out, I was just like, I got to make these cool habs for my ship because I wasn't really satisfied with the vanilla options. They were just a little too utilitarian, a little kind of bland, you know. Some people love them. I just didn't. So I decided to make my own, and that started as what some players on or some users on Reddit probably saw. It was yellow back then. It was all the same halves, but it looked a little different, and it kind of just changed over time. And then when February rolled around, I was kind of ready to go, and it had these Star Wars themed interiors with the padding and the I tried to model everything off of Star Wars without leaning a little too heavy into it. And there's other things in there too. There's Alien a little bit, especially with the round central chamber that everybody loves. I've been
Mm-hmm.
getting a lot of feedback on that one. A lot of people want another version of that. So I'll probably be doing a another rendition of that one in the next update as well. And just as far as where I've come from the start, I'd done basic modding with Oblivion a long time ago, and then Skyrim as well, but all privately. I never really went public with anything. And I think the Starfield CK is where I really learned a lot. Uh, I went from not really knowing how to do anything, more or less, just basic stuff, add objects to the world, to being able to write basic scripts, not anywhere near as good as Wykkyd up there, but questing too. I can't really do big quests, but I can do the little stuff. I can get you pointed in the right direction. It's from then versus now, it's been a big leap. I've actually been able to help people with certain creation kit stuff just with the time I spent just on Falkland alone. That's the only real big mod I have out right now. I got the aquarium one. That one's been getting a lot of love. It's kind of self maintaining. Haven't really had to do anything with that one. There'll probably be an update for that one coming out this year as well. More tanks and all that. But yeah, Falcon's been just an eye-opening experience, and it's definitely I'm still working on it. I haven't really moved on to the next project yet because I just want to make sure it gets all the love that it needs. And as far as what's coming, um, can't talk about that too much, obviously, but whatever does come, I will be there to make sure that Falkland uh, keeps up with it. We'll say that. I don't want to break NDA or anything like that, but
Oh, correct. Yeah.
yeah,
Self-imposed NDA.
right.
So, Bryn, tell us what you're working on, and like what innovations that you've seen that we can look forward to.
Yeah, so I've been making ship parts from pretty early on. I think it was January 24. I released Avontech shipyards, just kind of slowly added more and more parts to that all over the show. I'm not an artist, so my my theming is very often roundabout, but I was getting, a lot of people use that, and a lot of people like that. So yeah, being popping around doing different things. The last thing I released was Dark Universe Outlaws, which was using ChatGPT to generate quests, which got mixed reception. Some people thought it was the end times. Other people enjoyed it. Um, but so leading on to that led me to my current project, and it's the thing I found with Outlaws was all the locations it was sending you to were the vanilla ones, because obviously it depends on what you have installed, and really most of the quests in the game send you to somewhere unique. So I've started work. So I'm starting with space stations.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk today about people wanting space stations. So I think you're going to get pretty positive feedback on that.
Yeah, so I'm most of the way through. I'm technically it's working. So it's heavily inspired by the ship Habs. So each room is a prefab, which then gets kind of procedurally assigned. So there's some videos on my YouTube of kind of the end results, but the kind of long-term ideas, well, get ground POIs working and then also start thinking about tooling. So if you play a game like Diablo or Warframe, you know, it's a series of rooms procedurally connected together, you know, and I think something like that in Starfield really could extend the life of the kind of future.
That's great. So DaAngryMechanic, you're fixing to have your Singularity Habs come out achievement friendly. Is that correct? At some point soon?
Eventually. I would love to just send that mod out as is, but I have a lot larger plans, so I'm gonna hold off on that, and hopefully people will find that it's worth the wait. I'm gonna kind of break into what these guys have done, you know, like what Des is working on, and of course what Hjalmere's done. Just empty variations, but I'm gonna do my own exterior theme and then some parts. I've been dabbling around with Blender and Nifscope, and you know, so it's going to be Singularity Aerospace by the time it's said and over with. You know, and it'll be a complete mod. So that's what we're aiming for. You know, a lot of people have asked about different colored variations, cockpits, so that's going to be kind of time consuming. I'm going to do probably 20 variations total.
Wow.
It'll be thousands and thousands of options as far as Habs go. So,
yeah, you know, I'm a big user of your stuff. Take that and then add all Betamax's stuff, and then and then you have me living in my ship, basically.
Yeah, yeah. That was, you know, like we've all done it. We have our projects that are near and dear to our hearts because it was more or less for us, and we decided to share it with everybody else. That was STEM for me. I was, I think it was Better Buildable. No, it was Furnish Your Fleet. I was trying to place a bed, and the struts in the Deimos hab were poking through the bed, and it drove me crazy. So I started with Deimos, and then I expanded out to the rest of them. And they've all got, you know, Deimos and Stroud have more color variations than the rest. But one of the biggest things is how that is going to be implemented overall. I've been working with Marv. A lot of people here know that name. Marv is extremely sharp, and we messed around with an idea and we got proof of concept, and then we've just both not had time to revisit. But what I'm hoping is that there'll be thousands of color combinations available, but a list no larger than what I have currently.
What?
So
yeah,
one hab, you know, per size, per manufacturer, and then you can go in as the player and change the colors. So that's what we're hoping for.
And Marv is someone y'all are gonna hear a lot more about in the future. I'm almost certain. One of the things, you know, that people, you know, will complain about. They'll say, "Well, what are these patches? What is this patch for this? And what is this patch for that?" And Marv, the way things are moving is incorporating keywords and things into the mods themselves so that there's no patches needed. And Marv just recently came out with this placeable ship builder. You can put it like anywhere, and it has everybody's stuff in it because the keywords are there. So there's no patches needed. So you can have a achievement friendly mod that needs no patches to incorporate everyone's stuff, and that is huge.
So can I chime in?
Yes, please do.
All right. So you're correct, but also there are limitations to it. And I want to make sure that the viewers, listeners understand that that doesn't mean every mod can automatically work with another mod without a patch. If I want to integrate stuff into Falkland and vice versa, we've had those conversations. There's some minor stuff that I have planned in the future. But for me to incorporate and say, okay, here's a Falkland Hab with Darkstar features baked in without a patch, I have to include his assets directly in my mod. So that means cross collaboration, getting the permission documented
Right.
in a way that if we're challenged or audited by Bethesda, that it shows. Not always cut and dry. There are definitely some things that can be scripted or done dynamically without direct touch. And I've absolutely helped some people pull that off. EX Solutions by Twinkles. I think it goes by Warble Beepon Creations.
Yep.
He did the Gorefield and all that. His EX Solutions automatically integrates with Darkstar. Really, all the Darkstar stuff is baked into his mod, and he just turns it on if you have Darkstar enabled. Right. So there's some stuff like that that we do just to be cool to each other and add extra benefits to people that have other mods.
Right.
The Marv thing, I helped with those scripts originally, and then he took it further. So I know how those work. That kind of integration can absolutely be done without direct touch, without a dependency. And that's the key is whenever possible, a lot of us are trying to do that and have been for a while. And we've got the system better and better and better. But anything that involves 3D assets or weapons or armor has to be either a dependency or us hijacking and sharing each other's resources into each other's mods. So just to, meter out those expectations a bit.
Right. Well, of course, there are limits, but what's nice is seeing everyone coming together and collaborating, and really getting to know each other. So yeah, but I was pretty excited about that because I was trying to do that playthrough. I was trying to do a achievement friendly playthrough, and it was nice to still be able to have all my parts that I wanted for sure. Desquel, you want to talk? Do you have anything you're going to show, or just talk about your animations and all that?
I just talk about it because I have clips on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just throw a link to my YouTube clips actually right now of what I've completed for that, and it's just mainly because Marv has been an incredible help to what I've been making, and honestly, without him, like day in day out, just cracking through with it, we wouldn't have gotten like workable landing bays done and completed. Pretty much, I would just have to like remove the debug features on it, and probably add like a holographic type of interface for the floor, because as of right now, you can walk underneath the bay, it'll work, but you won't know where the threshold is to where it will activate. And I feel like I need to fix that. So there's like an idea in my head that I'm probably going to do today to make that happen. But otherwise, it works flawlessly. We have a large bay fixed up, which is the YouTube video that I had linked. See if it'll actually.
Well, and tell them how many parts you were talking about here that you're adding to the game.
Oh yeah, so
it's nuts.
Last time I checked, it was I think 750 parts, but they're all Varun aesthetic. That's basically where Antares is going. Well, it was originally going, and then over the year of me sticking to Blender day in, day out, I've gotten a lot better with it regarding details. And I already have an art background, so it's just more like applying that skill set towards a 3D 3D environment. And then with the learning of just how to do the animation and sequencing and stuff for all that, along with learning how to code with Garrotic, like helped me with very, very tense love, uh, learn the basics of coding and stuff. But yeah, Antares is gonna be coming out pretty soon. I'm just in the polishing phase for a lot of the parts currently and actively. During this whole convention, I've been doing a little bit of polishing and stuff.
So you're actually in the blender right now, like during the convention.
I mean, not blend. No, I've actually
Okay.
did the last parts of Blender yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I'm just putting in the last batch of parts in today, and then also starting up like making my ships and stuff for that. And I have a lot of things for it, to where I feel like I kind of overwhelmed myself to the fact that I have a whole bunch of greebles and a whole bunch of custom snaps and armor plating. That's an alternative to energy shielding, which I'm still hoping I can get it to work with how I want it to work. But if not, like I'll make it to where like the pros and cons uh, are evenly distributed. But
So I figure we'll go ahead and end with Wykkyd. And so Betamax, tell us what you're going to be doing in the future. What's your next project, if you, or anything you're willing to share?
Well, I'm kind of just remaking a couple mods right now. I think my sleep crates were great. That's one of my favorite mods. It
Mhm.
could use more colors and better snapping and more choices. My manufacturing mod was kind of buggy, so I'm remaking that right now with some nicer looking builders. And that's it for right now. I
Yeah,
have
I
a few
saw
things.
that
I have
photo you
several.
put
I
up.
have lots of ideas. I have like a
Mm.
whole list of stuff, but
Mm.
I haven't started on any of that, so it's probably not worth listing right now.
Yeah, I love your weapon
Um,
wall in the background there. That's the bomb, actually. I love it.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I'm like,
I made all that, so yeah.
oh, really? That's great. I'm sitting here
Yeah.
thinking, I want a weapon wall.
Yeah. 3D printers are a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
So, Wykkyd, what do we got coming from Wykkyd Gaming?
Well, currently I am working on Darkstar 2.0. For that change or for that update, yes, I'm going to fix the Vex quest for those of you that are already seething at the bit.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's going to be completely scrapped and redone in a different way. Or if I run out of time, there are reasons I might run out of time that I can't go into, NDA. But if I run out of time, then the quest will just be turned off and disabled when it goes live. But for the 2.0 update, you can expect a very deep enhancement to the way that the enemy scaling works, in a way that'll let you turn on and off the enemy scaling. If you're familiar with Darkstar today, when you install Darkstar, all enemies are scaled, period. Because I hard edited the enemies to make that possible. Found a new trick and a new way to where if you turn on the enemy scaling, I give you new versions of the NPCs. So you'll be able to turn that on and off. There'll also be a lot of new ship parts. I'm not going to give a number, but it's already close to 100. And
Wow.
it's getting more and more and more. They're not graphically as pleasing as what Desquel can do. They are basically vanilla parts, reskinned and cleaned up, but with more flips and snap points in a way that suits what I'm trying to do with Darkstar. And then some enhancements to outpost building and redoing the codex processing machine scripting to clean that up a bit. Adding the ability for the legendaries to be attached to any slot. So you'll be able to move a slot 1 legendary to slot 3, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, nice.
So those of you that want to
Nice.
triple up on shattering can, although I don't know why you would.
I do.
And yeah,
Just
just
acrobat.
a lot of stuff like
3
That's true
acrobat.
damage.
No.
that. Yeah.
You
And
don't even have to
quite a
land your
lot
ship
of
at that point.
quite a lot of scripting magic to make some things cleaner and crisper and run faster and all of that. So
Oh, what's funny is the thing that I'm like so happy about was that conversation that we had about, Watchtower kind of made a whole different way of wanting of like my weapons, because I didn't really use EM weapons before Watchtower. But if you don't use EM weapons, you're never going to capture one of those ships, because if you have Darkstar weapons just all pointed at your ships, the whole thing's over in 5 seconds. So
Yep. Well, to that end, thanks for bringing that up. I forget who asked, but somebody did ask for a new weapon that from Darkstar that does EM and shield only with no hull damage.
that was me.
And that will also be coming with
And
the
probably,
update. Yep.
and probably
Okay.
angry too.
Interesting side note, if you make a gun with EM, electric, and physical damage, it breaks the game. Or it used to. I'd find that out making Black Sight. I had a gun which did all three,
Well,
and the UI explodes.
Oh, goodness.
With Darkstar, even all the way back to Darkstar Astrodynamics, the Starborn variant of the weapons all add EM damage to particle beam weapons, which are physical and shield, and
Maybe I
don't
was doing
break.
something weird.
So you are on the
Probably.
Discord. Feel free to reach out.
Oh yeah,
We'll
definitely.
investigate together.
Yep. And I do have my facial hair now, so I feel like I fit in a lot better now.
Cool. I don't have the smallest beard anymore.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming today and talking about what you have next. Any parting comments? I think we have about a minute and a half
Just
left.
for anybody watching as far as Falklands related, I've heard all your comments about the showroom being in New Atlantis. We talked about it a bit before we started here, before you guys could see us all. And big news for Falkland is it's going to be moving up into space in the next update, and I'm going to be wiping all of the New Atlantis cells clean
He's
back to default.
Mounting rockets underneath the showroom in New Atlantis, and then it's going to physically take off and gain orbit velocity.
For all you Spaceballs fans, going to be Falcon Systems the Mega Maid coming in 2.1.
Nice.
That's fun.